What's going on? So I want to send out a rest in peace to the great Bob Gibson, one of baseball's greatest pitchers, one of the most fieriest competitors ever. When you think about Bob Gibson, oh man, what an arm. Um, Somewhere between like a Satchel Paige and a young Dwight Gooden, and you go to Pedro Martinez. Bob Gibson, he was electrifying. That man had some smoke in his arm. Ooh, he was something else. As a baseball fan growing up, I used to like go back and watch films, and still do. But to watch him pitch was something else. I mean, he was a volcano of an arm. He was tough, and he meant business. We weren't gonna sugarcoat with him. That was a different era of pitching, but the guy could be also creative with how he got his pitches. He wasn't just somebody who just was overpowering. He knew how to make his pitches make the mark, you know. And it says a lot about being a power pitcher, but a smart pitcher. Very tactful, strong, bold. We losing a lot of greats in the sports world. Last week we lost Gale Sayers, who I consider one of the top 5 running backs ever. Well, Bob Gibson would be considered one of the 5 to 10 greatest pitchers ever. He predated me, but I went back on him. People used to talk about him, and I had to check him out. I had to see what it was about, and that man was electricity with his arm, his motion, his mechanics, his cadence. He was dominant. He on that pitching mound, he made it count, And I've seen great pitchers, but he's one of them guys that even just watching his highlights and his tendencies, just his footwork, his execution, his delivery, that was a bad man. And I would tell anybody that if you can pitch like that in that era, you could dominate today. He would be dominant today. He would have been dominant. He was incredible. He was 84, and they said it was throat cancer, and it's always tough to hear, but I got a lot of, the memories of him, his conversations, his interviews. He was always articulate, direct, and to the point, and you got to respect what he was about. So I want to send a shout out, prayers, and thoughts to Bob Gibson's family, friends, fans worldwide. He was one of the greatest to ever play the game of baseball, and he will never be forgotten. He left a lasting impact. Rest in peace, the late great Bob Gibson.